6:31, time business.
All right, according to Jerry, this chairman, let's bring this meeting to order. So,
Okay,
first line of business is the approval of the minutes of February 11th. On these minutes, we did have a conversation with Mr. Rossi about an environmental event, and Park and Rec has not able to participate in that event. However, what date was that again? March
That's March
28th.
28th. March 20, oh, the chili, no, after the chili fest. Thank
Yeah,
goodness.
like that's.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. So just for the record, in case anybody wants to know, it's March 28th for the environmental event. All right, so going on to the minutes. Anybody have any comments? Additions, corrections? Hearing none. I'll entertain a motion to accept.
Second.
No, I'm entertaining it, so someone has to make it.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes as.
As presented, okay, is there a second?
I'll second.
All right, we have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of accepting the minutes of February 11th, say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Any abstentions? Okay, thank you. Recognition of guests?
There's one person online, but it's just our vendor.
Oh,
So,
well, welcome, Bender. Correspondence, we have correspondence.
yeah, in your packet, I've given you a whole slew of papers here. There's actually three correspondence in here, the top three. First one is a letter, an email rather, received from Mr. Tarasio yesterday, or 2 days ago, I'm sorry. That's the very top letter regarding his comments. The second one is what Rob had written back to him in response to his February 10th meeting. So you guys, I don't know if you actually had that. Then the third one is his actual February 10th one. But the fourth one is from Mike Payne. It's he's the president of the Great Hammock Beach Association. But at this point in time, Mr. Tarasio certainly needs something back from this board, either a written letter again, or to answer all those questions that he has in this letter. He's been very patient, I think, with this board and with us in general. So with that being said, I think something needs to be said back to him from you guys.
So Mike Payne is asking specifically for something.
Not Mike Payne.
No,
Mr. Tarasio,
Yeah, he is.
Payne just concurs that,
No, he's asking.
Yes, he's asking.
That
You just want to know your decision.
He wants to move it, he's asking specifically
Yeah,
to move the truck to the other side of the parking lot.
yeah, he's
So
asking
like
for
that's a
his
specific
decision.
request by the, right?
yes, the last,
I think.
last
we gotta
sentence of the
entertain
second
just
paragraph.
Reasons why, in the letter, the reasons why, it's not an easy decision. It's something we have to investigate, but it's something we should probably have to look into a little further.
If we already discussed with the investigator that,
We-
if there really isn't another option in that lot, I probably wouldn't open that or no.
There's a couple of options.
You're pretty clear in your
Yeah.
response of like.
Well, from where they indicated where they wanted it on the other side, can't put it there. But we could potentially move it over from the property line a little bit.
From where the fence is
From where the fence is. Yeah.
towards that.
So
encroach
basically the width of
their
the truck,
space.
yeah, we move it. Go ahead, Rez.
So think about where it is right now.
Yeah.
To the very far right of that grassy area, right? So we have that whole grassy area. If you simply slid it 8 to 10 feet and you have a split rail fence right in front of the parking lot, right?
Mhm.
If you put it next to the split rail fence, down closer to the
Be directly
walkway.
in front of the building.
Yeah, and so it's not on the property. It's not a huge move,
No,
but it may help out in the long run, but to me, I don't know of any other option. You can't put it in the middle of the parking lot. You can put it across the parking lot, you don't want people walking through the
You
parking
can't put it
lot.
on the backside of the parking lot, because
Yeah.
people have to walk through the
Right.
parking lot.
You can't put it over by the playground for what we already said, and you certainly don't want it in the middle of the beach.
That's reasonable, at least we're conceding a little, we're offering a little bit of right, a compromise, like what we can do.
It's not a big move, it's,
It's not gonna change the smell, I mean.
Yeah.
Exactly, I mean, a burger is a burger.
I mean, I've been there many times, and everybody knows buildings creates wind tunnels. That is a wind tunnel through that little passageway, so I would think that it would flow directly back in the parking lot. I don't know for sure.
It's all about prevailing wind.
Yeah.
I mean, we get storms from the south, we get
It
storms
gets,
from the north.
but when you're on the side of the building, potentially.
Yeah.
And blocking the tunnel could create a swirly condition that would blow it there, so if you move it in front of the building, there's a clear line of path for the air to move. That potentially wouldn't create a swirl that would, move it north.
I don't have any, really big concerns about moving it that amount of distance. I just want to make sure that it's an easy fix for the electrical. But I think the electrical line is overhead so that we can change it from.
it is not overhead, it's on the ground, it goes, there's a little trench that's dug where it is to the
Yep.
bottom of the decking, so it can be moved from the decking and something else could happen. Two concerns for me, where it is, if the vendor is able to do that, right? Because it's not even ground, would we have to do any work to it? And the direction of the truck now, if you think about it, the direction, the hood of it, like the engine compartment faces the parking lot, I think that is because the back of it is how they get into it.
Yeah.
So you'd have to have the hood of the truck facing the beach, if you will,
Mhm.
so they'd walk out that way, and I think that's the only direction you could, that the window comes out is on that side, so I think if you actually prove the vendor tonight, you can ask those questions to the vendor, if that would be feasible. Yeah.
Well, it's not a level ground. You're right, because I was there earlier today. My concern was looking at this was whether or not it would be, where the wiring is, where the water pipe goes. My other concern after walking around the building this morning, that little passageway going to the beach often blocks pedestrian traffic from coming from where the truck would normally be serving and going through. And if we open that up, then we would have to literally kind of take all the brush out of the way, so it'd be a safe pedestrian walkway.
I don't think you want to open it up because there's products back there, for example, the gas line, you
Okay,
don't want to have that.
then we would
exposed
have
the
to
public.
definitely block that off.
It is blocked off now,
It is, I didn't see
yeah,
that.
there's a small, there's a fence there,
Uh,
it's there in the summertime, put it that way.
Oh, okay. Because I didn't see it this morning, sorry. My other thing is, we did have conversation about making a wall or picket fence, stockade fence. On that border between us and the neighbors. And I still would like us to go ahead with that, if we can, if we definitely able in our budget to do that. And I think that would help out a great deal too, because now we have a better sound barrier.
Sound barrier help, I just don't know if it's gonna be high enough, usually fences are what, 6-7 feet high? If
Yeah, probably 6 would do it. I wouldn't have to go any higher, I don't think. We could do a 4-foot fence.
Standing at the truck, it's probably 2 feet above your head, right? So probably 8 feet high, the truck is.
Look up to the window.
9.
Yeah. But I don't think we have to be as high as the truck itself, because people standing are, our height.
It would certainly help with voice.
So that's my concern. I mean, we could certainly look into this and see if it's feasible, the time frame that we need to open in May. And I don't mind writing a letter, and this time I will give everybody a copy of the letter, so you can have input to it and send it out. Responding to this, but my first response to this one was, I was wondering, normally the truck does face the parking lot, but could we have it horizontal to the building? And
Well,
maybe
that's
that
what
would
I'm
pick up
Yeah.
the.
That's exactly.
Yes, so
Okay. Oh, all right, then I missed.
this is the building. the trucks here.
Yep.
Like this.
Yep.
We put it here,
Oh, okay, I misunderstood.
basically running
All right,
parallel with the building.
all right.
I just don't know if it's feasible because of the little incline that's there.
Mhm.
Without losing parking.
Right, you're not gonna, there's 2 handicap spots right there,
Mhm.
right, and those get used, so we don't want to take those away, we can't take them away, that's part of our zoning requirements. So, yeah. I think there's enough room to make it horizontal like that,
Would they lose any of their seating?
I don't know, I just
Yeah.
don't know, we'd have to measure it all out, so,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. That'll be important, I'm sure.
But the seating can
The
go where the
seating-
truck
Exactly.
is now.
Right, okay.
You know, you and I can do a walkthrough with the tape measure and see if this is functional, and we do need the impact. So we're good. Anybody else have any thoughts on this?
I just want to make sure that a response will be given back, that's all.
So who's gonna
I'll set
respond?
it up before then, hopefully before Monday, give us a,
Okay.
yeah, I'll do it.
So are you responding to Paul and to Mike? Like one letter?
I can, but yes, because the association definitely has a question to us. I'll respond to them and I will respond to Mr.
Like, yeah,
Fitz,
maybe
the
it
rest
would
of
group both of them on the same one. You
Yeah.
could, I guess, include the woman who, what was, I don't remember her name. Is there the,
Truthfully, I would do 2 separate
Two
letters.
separate.
Yeah. And
It
mine
could be the
too.
same letter, but it could be.
you mean 2 separate to Paul and to
Yeah.
him?
I think that'd be beneficial.
So if you notice, second to last paragraph, he's wanting a copy of the
Yeah.
vendor agreement. Looks like,
No big deal.
so I don't know if that should be included with the letter or we should.
You know, honestly, I'd rather have them go online and download it, because it is online, isn't it? Or it's in the
Not the
office.
vendor agreement,
Okay.
vendor applications on there, but not the vendor
Oh,
agreement.
He wants the vendor agreement or concessions permit governing the Harvey's Beach food truck, including any provisions regarding location, operating conditions, or operational.
Yeah.
I can have it.
And the application certainly has the rules and regs from the zoning,
Right,
whatever that could be
Yeah.
included there, so.
I don't know if he, meaning that he wants the vendor, like, the one that we have, if, who we choose. Or does he want just the generic, like, application?
I'd give the generic one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Current vendor agreement. And he
I
has
do
to
that
know
only
about
because
that, too.
if there are any concerns that he has, I'd rather him bring them up to us personally and not go indirectly to the vendor. So,
Yeah.
We could invite him to.
did.
And this is like
You
great.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, this is like been going on and on.
Yeah. I don't think he lives around there. That's my feeling, but he doesn't live in downtown.
Oh, it's just a summons.
Zoom.
He owns these properties and he VRBOs them.
It's doing that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
any other thoughts?
Oh, I have thoughts. Regarding this. Regarding this. This is
Oh,
good.
all right. I'm specifically for this.
I mean, there's
I just
no
think we should
board-
give him everything he's asking in the letter so that it's like addressed.
Right.
Yeah,
So the vendor, the responding to that, we're just talking about moving the truck and depending on like.
Yeah,
So
same with
I'll
Mike
give
and-
it to you, you guys go round robin, if you have a suggestion, put down, we'll
I mean, I
revise
feel
it.
like without building
And here she is, thank you.
a fairly tall fence, it's gonna be a moot point, even the truck. potentially.
It may be, I mean, I think.
Certainly for the north,
Maybe moving it at 25 feet. To the south or,
it's the least we could do now,
Yeah.
see?
That one would just-
Costly, too.
We'll have to see if the land allows it and our regular hookup allows it.
Yeah, like in the Harvey was-
I definitely think the fence is necessary.
The fence isn't too expensive. I mean, stockade fence, I mean, if we're running it, what,
2 to 3
50 feet or something like that?
I think it also is gonna think of.
I mean, it's well under a grand.
More than 150.
No, that was-
I was thinking if this is the truck.
Yeah.
This is the fence.
Yeah.
I was thinking from the front of the building
Yeah, right.
to the back.
But not the whole way.
No.
Nothing.
I would help with, it would probably help with the airflow, the channel.
Well, depends on some of the senses too, but you some it's about that.
Okay, welcome back here.
Hi, Beth.
When we should pick the best.
And Beth, we were just at correspondence going over the packet that, Ray had sent us, and we decided on my responding to the letter, and I will give everyone a copy so that you can peruse it and suggest whatever you want.
I think, I think.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other correspondence, Ray? No other correspondence. All right. And just for the record, I do thank our citizens, Mr. Telesco and the association and the young lady on the back there. I can't remember her name. I'm sorry, I'm not being short. I just have a zone brain tonight. For actually getting back to us and talking to us about this situation. All right, on review of the bills, our favorite subject. And look, this must be I kind of like the way you put this up. Thank you.
Ooh, I think golf had a lot of expenditures.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but it snowed a little bit.
The wind
Most of the snow's melted down there except for the pond. It's full of snow.
Oh, is it really?
Mhm.
All the way to the top.
Mm. The one year we don't have a snowman competition and it snowed like it doesn't, right?
know.
And our budget has nothing to do with any snow removal on our parks, right? It's just all town budget. That's nice.
Any other comments over the bills? Questions? Inquiries? Everybody's good on that? Okay, we'll move along. Public comments, we'll look up again, see if anybody's joined us.
No.
No?
No.
So,
Yes.
and all right, going into new business for Harvey's Beach vendor discussion.
So in your, vendor in your packet, vendor applications were due, last week, March 6th, and the only vendor we got is from the Sandbar Grill, and that is the large packet in front of you, that she had everything included. Sandbar Grill is what we've had last year. She got it in on time. It was, I received it on February 24th. And it's really up to you guys if you wanted to make a vote tonight, and Jamie is online. If you had any questions for her.
Hello, Jamie, not ignoring you, I'm just looking at your packet, very nice, thank you. And there she is.
That was the I understood.
Are you able to hear me, Jamie?
Barely.
I'll try to speak up a little louder for you. I'm almost next to the owl. On our previous discussion, we were thinking of putting up a stockade fence along the border between Harvey's Beach and the neighbors next door. And we also had a discussion of possibly moving the space that your concession stand would use. So I just wanted to let you know that up front. Does anyone have any specific questions to Jamie regarding the package she sent us and the proposal?
Which I didn't think so. We do not, we don't actually. I don't think I don't know why I was having to think now. We can answer that for next year.
Hope so, right? President.
Okay. We're talking about that earlier.
I want a lobster roll now.
No.
Fortunately, we're at the dinner hour and you are making us extremely hungry.
That's the way to do it.
Third best lobster roll in the state of Connecticut.
I know.
No other applications,
No weather application.
any discussion from our commission members?
Do it address the.
I got these all good.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I think that's a private conversation though, we can have, just to make sure those things are feasible before you send a letter. Yeah.
Because if we prove this, so they're gonna move it.
That's up to us though, where we put
Okay.
the devices.
Clarify.
All right, so the chairman is ready to entertain a motion to accept the vendor application from Sandbar Grill.
I make a motion to accept the proposal from Sandbar Grill.
Motion is on the floor by Bob. Is
I'll
there a
second
second? Or a second. Is there any other discussion on this motion? Hearing none. All in favor of accepting the Sandbar Grill as our 2026 summer vendor for Harvey's Beach, say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Any abstentions? Well, congratulations, Jamie.
I do have one
Thank you.
question, Amy.
Oh,
Well,
now
well,
he has your-
lobster rolls will be forthcoming.
To change to a name on a menu item. Hot buttered lobster roll versus cold. What about the Connecticut lobster roll? Isn't that how people commonly refer to the hot buttered lobster roll?
It is referred all over the place.
No?
It should be hot, there should be cold.
No, no. It's called Connecticut stuff. Because Massachusetts has cold.
Oh,
You ever look- if you look-
Massachusetts is the cold and Connecticut is the hot, but in order to get those orders in nice and fast, we just gotta expedite it and see if they want hot or cold.
And speed is of the essence when you're at.
When you're 40 to 50 people deep looking for hot lobster rolls and Italian ice, you gotta be fast.
Percentage wise, who gets the hot versus the cold?
I would say it's about 50-50.
No.
Not-
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I've been there when it's been like.
Because a lot of our customers and repeat customers are from Massachusetts or Northern Connecticut. They come, I mean, it's all out of state plates. So I'd say the split down there is probably about 50-50.
All right, thank you.
It's nice. It's nice when
Question.
it's nice when the groups come in before they go to the Cape to see a show. They'll go there for sunset and a lobster roll and then go to the Cape. So there's a nice reciprocal business community that we all kind of take care of each other.
Nice.
All right, thank you, Jamie. Appreciate the packet. It was very educational.
Thanks, everyone.
Moving on to the e-bike regulations discussion.
So as I've mentioned in the past, I wanted to bring this to everyone's attention. E-bikes are a thing. You were here today at the rec center, there was probably 15 kids that had in here riding around like they were Evel Knievel. But specifically for what I wanted to bring to your attention and see what we want to do about it is our trail system. So moving forward with the preserve, which is we'll be starting, and I talked about that in a little bit, we'll be starting a discussion on our trails in there at the end of the week here. But our particular trails don't have any classifications about bikes or e-bikes at any time. So in your packet, you have our general rules and regulations. On the back of that paper, we'll have section 1.11, which is vehicle use. And it also goes down to motorized recreational vehicles. And it says recreational vehicles, including snowmobiles, mini bikes, go-karts, unregistered motorcycles, and all-terrain vehicles are prohibited from all parks, beaches, and recreational facilities. So that pretty much says you can't have an e-bike anywhere.
Do you wanna put e-bike in it, or, cause I don't know if a lot of, when I read it, I was like, is that an e?
Right, so I think e-bike needs to be somewhere in the wording here, but I also, since there are 3 classes from the state of Connecticut,
Yeah.
these are the different classes.
Mm.
Really, class 2 and class 3 can't really be in the woods, they're just too fast. Class 1 can be in the woods though,
That's what is commonly called pedal assist.
correct, yeah,
Okay.
so.
But it says on local use trails you can.
So the state also allows you as a municipality to regulate it as you see fit to suffice your needs. But e-bikes are evolving. They're just not for the open road. They are for trails. If you were to go online right now, you could find e-bikes specifically for trails.
Yep.
Mm.
And we allow bikes in our trails. We're gonna allow bikes in the preserve. I just wanna get everyone's thinking, where are we gonna go with this? Because it's a thing, it's a big thing. And we don't want I don't think anyone who's in their right mind's riding a 28-mile-an-hour bike through the trails, but you never know. I just think somehow, some way we need to, in our rules and regulations, specify what we allow and what we don't allow. I know the state of Connecticut's laws and regulations that they just passed in October are here. But we also need to kind of coincide with our rules and regulations that you guys have the power to make adjustments to.
If we allow e-bikes class 1,
Mhm.
because I think we're gonna have to use the rhetoric here that they do.
Mhm.
I know this is gonna sound funny, but we could say no more than 10 miles per hour.
You could also say you can't run in the woods either.
Here's-
That's not happening.
If you go in those trail systems, it's hard to get beyond 10 miles an hour. You're
Yeah.
going.
I know a
50 miles
lot
an
of
hour,
kids that
you're
are
get
gonna
hurt.
do for the max. I just do.
Uh,
But I mean, if our intent is we're allowing you because we have an aging population, they're not as agile, and I will speak for myself on that, on the bike, as I used to be. Having a pedal assist bike would be helpful to do the things that I'm used to doing, being in the woods. And
There's a-
we'd hate to diminish, our population from being able to use our woods.
And I agree, and I was thinking along the lines, we say no motorized vehicles, well, technically, this is a motorized vehicle.
Yes,
So can we modify this to say e-bikes are allowed, certain classes of e-bike is allowed, and you can still keep the motorized vehicles not allowed. We don't want motorcycles in it. We don't want maybe things like that.
We need
but-
to bring this up to the 21st century for sure.
Correct,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
So
that's the
if we-
reality, because there's a large group of older people that ride mountain bikes, assisted mountain bikes, class 1, and some of them are class 2 as well. But they ride in pretty big groups, and they use it almost all the time through going to the preserve, because I see them every week. And we don't want to discourage that, right? Because we do have an aging population. These people, we all want people to be outside and using the parks, but also there's, to get with the times, like there's majority of kids are riding e-bikes instead of regular bikes.
Yeah.
That's
riding
some
them
capacity.
faster than scooters used to go.
Yeah, and if we have a good protocol and a policy in place, so we're not just allowing anything, we adopt what we think is realistic for usage in our trails. Yeah, we need to.
What
I
about
mean-
designating some?
I'm sorry, Steph?
Specifically the language.
Plus one for
that-
sure.
No, I mean in terms of the trails, actually, specifically, the state operates from riding and trails designated for non-motor. So what if we try by designating some of them
Yeah,
So
to class 1 for us to try? It's like not a trial, but it's offering like a compromise to the public. We'll designate with nice signage, these are designated for class 1. So what Susan's referencing, those individuals that are not gonna want to be worried about coming up behind you at 10, 12 miles an hour to get off the road. We'll know that that trail is free of any motorized, anything.
we talked
So that
about,
could help, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
no.
sort of,
it's great because there's a lot of trail systems that aren't used that are better used for
Yeah.
if we
so
had
many.
designated,
It's
and they'd
not like
probably
we're
use
limited.
more if we had designated just for that.
We have so
I think I mentioned it in a past Park and Rec meeting, like if we had an enhanced. For even mountain bikers, if we had a specific for mountain bike, we'd probably encourage kids to use it and it would get better maintained.
So-
And they wouldn't develop these trails that are just kind of cut throughs and everything, because we have established systems.
So if we were saying no motorized vehicles, except on designated trails
Yes.
for
I think
class
that's where we
one,
start.
class
We need
Yeah.
to see where we land. And if the public.
then that would cover us, and then we would put out signage on those trails that say
Designated. We could be
designated.
very specific.
If we were to do that, I would still like to have an equally large sign that says, who has the right of way? Pedestrians,
Well,
horses.
we have those signs who have the right of way.
So, just as a reminder that we have that out there, and that should be, no matter
Right.
what you have on bike or a
Well,
horse.
maybe it's simply
I
adding the
personally-
sentence, bikes are allowed on designated trails.
That's.
Yeah.
Smart for us.
E-bikes are class
Way
one,
to, like-
e-bikes are
I
allowed.
think you,
Yeah. Class one, we have to.
I
be
hate signs in the
specific.
woods, personally. Hate signs in the woods. No one reads signs, no one pays attention to it. If they're gonna do it, they're gonna do it. You put it in a kiosk area. You have a policy for it. But on a trail system, I don't know, no one pays attention.
Well, we could have a color code on it.
I think, and I think
Right.
people who are
Kids
the
don't-
ones who would complain or
Yeah.
potentially are the ones who would appreciate a designated trail are the ones who are gonna.
So
be
then if
there.
there's a bike not on one of those
Yeah,
trails.
I mean, I
they
went
can say,
to this
"Yeah,
meeting a couple weeks ago about this group that's trying to get the stewards of the land, and that's a very solid group of individuals who walk and host these events, who are very specific about the stewardship of the land. And I feel they would appreciate that sign. They were talking about signage, had signage at the meeting, how they're gonna designate there. So I don't know, I feel
I
like.
think tactfully how you put it in there. So for a multitude of reasons, I don't believe people pay attention to signs, especially people that are gonna break the rules. They're gonna pay attention to sign and that's not gonna grab their interest. But also it's pollution in the woods. I don't wanna see manufacturing.
We have to have it all the way, but you can have color coded trails that you say up front at the kiosk, these are designated class one e-bike trails, go to the blue or the red or the purple, whatever color code we decide on that trail. And when we put up those trail signs to let people know, you walked a mile and a half and you're still on the purple trail.
We don't have to do it but in the beginning, it makes
Yes,
sense.
definitely,
At the
where you
entrance
park your
way.
car in your
Plans
entrance.
are being made by the kiosk. Where's information with a map, and you have that information and designated trail systems, they take a picture of it, because that's what you do when you go in the woods. And they'll read the sign there, but they're not gonna read it when they're riding the bike in there. Not gonna stop. What did that sign say?
That's their problem.
Yeah,
They won't.
yes.
They
But
won't.
they should,
We as a
not
commission
have.
should.
Realistic, being realistic, they're not going to do, it's purposeless to spend money, and put it in there. It's better to have a policy and procedure and you put it in a place where they're going to be able to, a better propensity to read it is on a kiosk where they're gonna look at the trail system.
Well, I beg to differ with you because I think everything has to be placed on a kiosk because you're posting it.
If you're
Period.
walking
It's
a
like
different
posting
story,
no
you're riding a bike.
trespassing. But once it's posted, I agree, I don't want these things all the way into the forest itself.
I think where you have these intersections where there's shared common paths, you would have a sign that designates, this is going here way and you put whatever you want on that sign. Where it diverts, because when you come over that wetland bridge, it's gonna be a shared path.
Yeah.
Out to the park.
So, but I still believe we should have it on the kiosk, but I guess the question at point here is, how do we want to put it? Do we want to say no motorized vehicles except for designated trails allowing class
Yes.
one e-bikes?
I think the first step is that, changing this.
Okay,
The designated trails come later, because it's also going, like I said, it's gonna coincide with the preserve,
Yeah.
so. In my mind, I obviously know a lot more about the preserve right now than you guys, than where we're going with it. And that's not to say in a bad way, it's just the truth right now. And there's gonna be a lot more that you're gonna know in the next couple months from the preserve. But in reality, we have two parcels of land, Town Park and Great Cedars East, that connect to the preserve. We want our connection points. They're gonna be there, and people already ride their bikes from our parks to the preserve. So one big outer loop realistically is probably where it's gonna be most conducive for people to ride. And it's gonna be a 10 to 12 to 15 mile loop through our parks, so. You know, whether it's one large designated trail that just has our connection points and meets where it has to meet, or a couple of ones. We don't have the amount of trails that the preserve has. It's just the reality of our trail system. We have red, blue, and yellow. And you know, some of the inner trails in town park are not going to support bikes, just not. But the outer loop probably could. The Great Cedars East is really just one loop in the outside that you could do that.
And it's a
well.
great trail.
Yeah, so
I ride it all the time.
I say we put that language in to start.
I think the language is really important. Because right now you can't have any e-bike in there, that's according to the language, that's all. Right. So,
And I personally think it should include class 2. There's,
and that's totally fine. Class 1 and 2 may be the way to do it, so.
especially the older guys I see, it's not always a pedal assist.
Yeah.
It is a throttle,
Yeah.
outside of that, and that's the way a majority, the ones that are at, Action Sports have the ability as they're a class 2.
Sure.
And he sells probably more class 2.
I don't think that's an issue really, if it's class 1 or 2. Like Rob said, no one's going 20 miles an hour in these trails. Maybe 1 or 2 spots where it's flat and the trail's nice and wide, you could, but for the most part, they're very rocky. You're gonna encounter logs across the trails. You're just not gonna do it.
I mean, your max speed on the road is 20 miles an
Yeah.
hour. There's no way you're
Yeah.
doing it
In the
on
trail.
the trail.
I agree with that. So usually how the commission has worked through the years with any policy change, you vote on it. It stays for 30 days and then you vote on it at the next meeting. It does not have to be done tonight. You guys can think on it. Obviously, this does not have to be a change right now. But before the real spring season hits, I think we should have something in place. If you want to do the wording now, let it sit and then that's fine too.
Change it. and let-
Hey, what section is it gonna be? 1-11?
I do believe, yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
vehicle
so-
use.
Let me know.
Are they allowed in the parking lot at the beach? Cause that's where, when I read it, I was like, are they allowed in the parking lot? Are they not? Or
So we,
I saw a kid go down and park there too.
yeah, no, and yeah, I'd say they are allowed in the parking lot because we allow bikes to go to the
Yeah.
beach, so.
And scooters.
I think the parking lot, I don't even know how you designate that as in this, you know, because
Yeah.
Just say all facilities. Town parks, so. Town parks.
you have it right now, prohibited from all parks, beaches and recreational
Yeah.
facilities. And if you do say designated, then you can just make that a designated area. Right, e-bikes are allowed at town park, parking lot and Barry's Beach,
It says that.
Barry's Beach parking lot. That wouldn't come in the regulation though. You don't wanna put all the designated spots in the regulation, you just wanna say that you have that regulation. We can post those at the different places.
But a bicycle is a vehicle. So an e-bike would be a vehicle. So if you were allowed to be on the road with the vehicle and go into the parking lot, then that's that. But what we're saying is basically, when you start going on the beach, we have an issue.
Like,
When you start going.
We don't wanna prohibit kids from going to trash because they have an e-bike, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's just updating this policy, that's all. it is.
Include the part of the.
Why do we have to define town park, beach, recreational? Yeah, we're just saying usage of public facilities.
Hey, Rob, these were made 25 years ago.
I think we just cover it with the usage of public facilities. This is under Old Saybrook Parks and Recs, beach and recreation facilities.
You're talking about section 1.
One more,
Right now.
just simplify this.
Okay, you have to go over this slowly. from the
Yeah.
beginning.
Now-
If you want.
Town park, beach, what about dark?
Yes.
No, I know, you're talking about it, but you need to tell me what you're gonna be doing before you make your motion.
Right.
I agree.
I don't know the thought process back in the day.
Well,
Right,
that's why we look at it every
Maybe
year.
we should review all this on a side note as a, independently, all the
That's
other.
what I'm saying, if you wanted to go through
But
this,
specifically, let's.
these have been
address
going
this.
through,
I
you guys
know.
haven't seen these in a while, so.
But we can do this, right? We can talk about 1-11.
I was like, so how did you want to add the wording to this then? Says motor vehicles may be used in only in designated areas.
Yeah.
Posted speed limits must be obeyed. Parking or stopping of any vehicle shall be limited to hours and place as are designated by signs posted by Parks and Recreation Department. That's fine. I mean, that just about covers everything. Motorized recreation vehicles including snowmobiles, mini bikes, go-karts, unregistered motorcycles, and all-terrain vehicles.
I know.
Unregistered motorcycles.
We're like promoting. So why don't we revise this section, motorized recreation vehicles, let's revise that.
Yes.
For now, and then we can all take a minute and do everything else and not.
And you
know,
don't even
fun.
have to have, motorcycles, regardless of what your issue is, whether you've got it registered or not. And e-bikes, can't we do et cetera? Because the next thing next year might not be called an e-bike, it may be, can we?
No, I
Class one
you
and
can't-
class two.
I don't think
Oh,
you can do
yeah.
et cetera, that's
That's not, okay, so
So let's do class one and class two, because they're similar
Yeah.
in speed, that's the only reason why I'm shifting it, is because they're
One's
both.
a,
they're
one
both
we have to
fine.
pedal to
Right,
propel it.
yeah,
right.
One of the other one you just drop.
And then the other ones, they have fake pedals. Oh, I have a teenage son who has a whole group of friends up there with their bikes, so class one and two, so should we just put that in to include
I think so.
e-bikes, class one and two for now, and then we can revisit this later.
I would
So
get
we'll
rid of
take out
getting rid of
unregistered.
motorcycles.
Yes, yeah, take out unregistered.
We cross out
motorcycles.
Telling it from my page, bicycles motors were put on bicycles and then they became a motorcycle. And hence, no license.
Well, that's true.
That's just to let you know a little
That
history
makes sense.
from an old person,
19, well,
not necessarily done today.
alright, so let's get rid of unregistered, Jerry, and then we'll put.
Yeah,
in-
right, got it.
We'll put in e-bikes. Class one and two.
Class 1 and 2.
So it's gonna be
And.
go-karts, comma, all-terrain vehicles. And class 1 and class 2 e-bikes are prohibited from all parks, beaches, or recreation.
I think we start off as class two. That's our list.
Yeah,
We don't want them, right? We want them to use them insurance.
oh, and class 3, so we're using putting class 3 there,
No, class 3 would be prohibited.
right?
Right.
So
Okay,
we're not
maybe
putting,
we should say, okay.
so all-terrain
we gotta-
vehicles and then class 3.
Okay,
e-bikes
I know what you're saying, so
Are
right now, we're saying that we don't want.
Right,
Correct. We
So
want to
we want
allow
to-
class one and two in the trails.
So why don't we do it in
class
both places, say we
Yeah.
allow class one and two, we don't allow.
I think right now, we want to talk just about the trails. Class 3 can go to any park they want to. They're gonna park in the parking lot, put their
Be
bike
there
on a rack and go use the basketball court if they wanted. It doesn't affect us one iota. We just don't want class 3 in the trail system.
Right,
okay,
But this is our parks, beach and recreation.
Correct.
We could say except the parking lot.
So what we talked about before is class 1 and class 2 e-bikes are allowed in designated trails and parks.
let's just put that in there, right,
Correct.
next to end of department period.
Okay. Recreation vehicles including snowmobiles, mini bikes, go-karts, motorcycles, e-bikes,
Class 3, class 3 e-bike.
I don't think you want to limit class 3 e-bikes for use of any park. Like I just said, if you had a class 3 e-bike and you want to take it to Trask and play basketball, we're not prohibiting you from doing that.
Yeah.
We don't want that to happen. We just want to talk about the trail system. That make sense?
that does.
Well, the same thing would be for
Uh-huh.
snowmobiles, mini bikes and
Somebody's gonna have
go-karts.
to read this.
What we don't, I mean,
So-
we're in the same boat, basically.
But right now, a motorcycle goes to the beach, a motorcycle goes to the park to park.
Yeah, we gotta take that out.
Yeah.
Because just take out motorcycles, it's unregistered motorcycle. You can't be on the road without registration of motorcycle.
So we're taking out.
I would take out. motorcycle
unregistered.
altogether.
Just.
No,
I think the premise of this
Taking out the
rule
word
originally was
unregistered,
to stay out of the park.
unregistered motorcycle.
Yeah.
We don't want them ripping up the
Called
fields,
unregistered motorcycle.
right, with any
Take
of
out
that stuff.
entire-
That's the
The
premise.
entire
We want a
unregistered
snowmobile
motorcycle.
going through like the soccer field that.
Town park,
that
right?
park,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't want them in the middle of the field going through that's the premise of this
We're at, like,
particular rule.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be the right spot. It doesn't have to be right here. You
I
can,
I
You
feel
can have
like there needs to be a
1.15
separate
if you want.
line
There needs to
here
be a separate e-bike
that says
section.
Yeah, that's what it is.
accepted
Section
vehicles,
that-
class 1, class 2 e-bikes.
let's add a section 1-.
So you have vehicle use, motorized recreation, and then e-bike, which have its
Yes.
own.
Its
yeah,
own thing.
So
And
let's
then
do,
specific, class 1 and class 2 are
I
allowed,
know.
class 3 is not.
There it is. So-
Unless you want to say e-bikes allowed in parking lots only. That way they can drive to Trask Road, they can go to Ingham Hill Road, they can go to the point. But they are only allowed in the parking lot, period. They cannot go beyond that into our facilities or our trails or anything else.
I like the
That
idea of adding a
ends
new
it right there.
section.
You're saying class 3 is
Yeah,
not
we'll
allowed.
look it up.
No,
Bikes.
I'm saying
Exactly.
e-bikes,
Do that.
no matter what class 1, 2, or 3, are only allowed. Oh, I see what you're saying. I just.
Yeah, it gets a little,
Yeah.
it's hard, it's a little.
Sorry, gonna do another little like
So
underline.
We're talking about a new
e-bikes,
section.
e-bikes.
New section 1-17 called e-bikes.
Yes.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
let's,
And it's
Well,
called
and we
I think
e-bikes.
these need,
specific.
I think these need to be shifted, so it's under.
Yes, so it makes
One
sense,
dash
so it
12.
flows with vehicles.
So everything
Yeah,
else
do
not.
1-12 and everything else, everything. else.
Yeah, we'll just go down, okay. All right, so e-bikes, okay, what do you want to say?
Come on, Rob, what are we gonna say?
E-bikes, class
I like
1
what
and
Ray said.
class
What you
2.
said.
Accepted vehicles, class 1 and class 2 e-bikes on all designated trail systems within.
Class 1 and class 2
Yeah.
bikes are allowed on designated trails.
This is.
That's simple.
And on, wherever we say it, any public facility.
Have you started out, you said accepted vehicles, or we're gonna say e-bikes is the
I think
heading?
accepted vehicles is a,
And bring me some beer.
Class 1 and class 2
And class
e-bikes
3.
are allowed in designated trails.
I wrote that down. Class 1 and class 2 e-bikes are allowed on designated trail systems and at any public
there
facility.
you go.
Beautiful.
And
So we say class 3.
I would say.
Now we have to say,
Wait a minute,
I'm
Yeah.
going, well, I'm gonna repeat it. I'm just gonna write it down for you on my sheet. So
All right.
class 3 is
Parking lot only.
parking lot only.
Yeah.
At-
Don't mention.
I wouldn't even
I
mention.
wouldn't
it.
mention ours either.
Leave
We
it as
Yeah.
section 2.
Let's just.
You just want to talk about trails and being.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
And
you
you
don't
don't need a new section, you're just gonna underline it like you did, so you know, vehicle use, motorized record, and then e-bikes, right?
You could do it that way.
That's what I done mine. Just like
So on 11, AB.
How about though, you leave it as a new
11
section?
and then
Teresa, if you
there's
leave it as a new section, we can always add to that section,
That's true.
I like
Right.
that idea. I think we're gonna use.
because I think this is gonna be a little about,
Yeah.
Okay.
because we might have to ban them around here.
Terry, so we're coming, we're gonna do a new section. So we're gonna make
it's
this.
gonna be right after the 1-11, it's gonna be 1-12.
Yeah, and then everything else.
Correct.
is.
Right, right,
This is
so
gonna
the
be-
heading is called
And then these are
e-bikes.
gonna go to
Right.
13.
Okay,
Change
e-bikes,
That's great.
so how's it gonna start? Class 1 and class 2 e-bikes are allowed in designated trail
So
systems.
this is the time.
No, I'm
No,
not
no,
looking
no,
at
no.
that, I have my own. I don't need to look at that.
Very.
I know that trails, I know
The minutes
13
next
comes
week.
after 12.
Parking lot thing on there.
Leave it out.
I think we just want to say, class 1 and class 2 are allowed in designated trail systems, that's,
And that's it.
and that's it for right now.
Class 2 are allowed in
Simple.
designated trail.
Yeah, and don't worry about parking lots or anything like that.
No, I'm
because
not putting that
They're gonna, I mean, they're just gonna ride them. like
Right,
a
and
team.
and then I suggest we just all take a look at this.
they're gonna start playing basketball.
Yes.
in. And then we're not doing anything to 1-11
Because it's the
I
language.
see.
I mean, take out unregistered motorcycles.
under unregistered motorcycles, okay,
And then that, yeah, I think it'd be good for us.
So
and that's it.
as an English major, I'm debating, I don't like the or recreational, I think it should be and. That's just me.
It's in
Where are
every,
you?
it's in every line, every one of these
Everything is
sections.
and park rec, but yeah, are prohibited from all parks, beaches, it should be and recreation facilities instead of or, so it's not and or.
I'm just saying it's in, if you go to other sections.
I know, but it should be
It's in,
and.
it's in every one of those.
Yeah.
I agree. It should be and.
Let's do-
So being an
Starting in-
educated class of people here, we can easily change every
Yeah.
single section of one thing to say.
That's on our agenda for next month.
Let's
Yeah.
put it on the agenda and.
The chairman has so decided. I agree.
I'll
We-
do red strikeouts with what I'm gonna change.
Okay.
That's great.
wonderful.
That is good.
Make it easier
We
for
make
everyone.
them
Yeah.
like purple.
Ready, going away.
You know, we are recorded, right?
I
You do
know,
realize.
it's gotta, but you know, what's the stops?
I know, we are also a fun group.
We are a fun group.
Serious commissioners.
I think, so that's what we're doing.
Yeah,
Section one
to
dash
be what you're
12.
saying, as an English major, do you think that we should class 1 and 2 allowed on designated trails?
Yes, because you're on a trail.
Not in, but on.
You're on a trail.
Okay, thank you, because that's my whole thing.
I like college students.
You have no idea how 15 years ago.
Okay, moving along.
All right, we're moving along here. Good.
All right, e-bikes, e-bikes,
All right, now that we got the e-bike discussion over with, sort of,
we don't need to make a motion of any kind to.
I don't think so.
You
I'll
don't
do it.
really. They'll make the motion.
So for Jerry's sake, Ray is going to give us a new copy with the red saying what we
Right.
have just changed. All right, and then we definitely vote on it next month.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Next month being in April, and then we will be ready for permanency in May when the parks really. All right, so going on to number E, any business regarding programs facilities?
Go ahead, Darren.
Aaron, you're on.
All right,
Winter.
so winter programs are all kind of wrapping up and settling in. T-ball registration is currently open. We're at 34, which is what we had last year, and we're only half the registration, so hopefully numbers will continue to grow with that, so that should be good for spring sports. And then the spring and summer brochure is out, so that registration will be April 1st for everything. There's still a couple little things I was telling Ray, other little camps I've talked to people but haven't finalized totally yet, so as those come in, we'll just add them and then update everything online, with an update tweet so people know. And then the 3 special events will be the Easter egg hunt and the rock hunt, which will both be on Good Friday. And then we'll have the fishing derby on April 25th, so. That's coming up for spring.
Good.
No snowman building contest?
Yeah.
Oh, snow we had? We had snow. We didn't get what?
It was too much.
Good Friday, so April 3rd. And the Lions Club will help with that too.
Rock hunt is at 10 o'clock, Easter egg hunt is at 11 o'clock here at the park, right? Rock hunt is at town. Park.
Adult one,
That's what time?
adult theme.
10 o'clock.
I can't.
Really?
They went last year.
Like the,
Okay, moving along to old business for Parks Review.
Not really too much to report about the parks. Obviously, we just got rid of most of our snow. We'll start working on all our baseball fields. Lacrosse and soccer will be playing at Ferry Road this spring. Little League will be starting, they want to start at the end of the month if fields permit. You know, it's gonna be close. We're gonna be pretty wet out in the infield, but we're gonna start working as much as we can out there to get them all ready for them. Little League's numbers are way up this year. I think they're over 140 kids, which is really more than last year, so which is great for them, but we should be good to go, hopefully. No more rain, no more snow. And then we'll start working. Getting those beaches ready mid-April and mini golf to go for the first weekend in May, hopefully. So things will be
Weather
moving.
permitting, let's hope for good weather.
All of a sudden, it's being middle of March.
The only thing I had was, because I'm walking now a lot, coming across the town green, we have a lot of moles and they have a lot of hills. Did we, do something like spraying nematodes on the grass to get rid of the creatures that moles like to eat?
We don't generally do anything to the town green. It's not part of the contract for anything like that. We find moles, we can eradicate them one by one, but we don't have a specific application for moles in any of our parks, truthfully.
Yeah, so most of the green, like Ferry Road and the fields on Trask Road and Clark Community Park, I don't find the moles are actually in there. The fields that we're using, but this was such a huge green and I had to walk across the entire one and it was like filled from just about after the snow line on the sidewalk side to the building here was just an enormous amount of mold damage. And I'm thinking, ecologically, if you spray nematodes in the spring when the ground is about 50 degrees, gets rid of all the food and hence you know that they're you don't have to keep going back and using what do you call it? Poison. That's the word I was thinking. So I just give you a heads up on that one. I just found that tonight. Party speech discussion, I think we've done just about everything we did.
Vendor background check?
Did we do it?
Yeah, can we?
Yeah.
I think I brought it up last meeting. You did, and you just decided, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't see it in the minutes, but.
Is it in the application that we require that?
No, I talked about it. No. And I forgot. And
I know, we
it's
thought about
it. For the employees. and
Yeah.
none of us.
I know part of the discussion was, do we do a background check on the owner of the sandbar? And then it's up to them to do a background check on any of their employees.
Yeah.
And that was discussion.
Yeah, we can't background check their employees.
No,
That's
Yeah,
not-
no, we can't, but that was
Yeah.
part of our
Yeah.
discussion with Helen.
Vendors, works with down though,
Okay, we need
so.
Need to make,
I think
we need to make a motion to put that in the application.
Well, it'll be for next year, you've already approved it. for this
Right,
year.
we just approved it.
Yeah.
It'd be next
That was
year's.
a blip on us not to remember that. We
Um,
talked about it last week.
If you're making a motion, you'd make it,
we can make it now
I think-
because
and I'll put it
I
down.
can make a motion to.
But if you're not,
have
it's a
check.
discussion.
That's not a
I
deal.
think we make a motion to,
Yeah.
to add in the vendor agreement to that we do background checks on our vendors.
Yeah, we just approved it in the bills, I saw.
Yeah, we do it for like the coaches for everybody.
Yeah, that's, we,
so we have a motion on the floor by Bob to allow background checks on vendors. Have a second?
Second.
We have a double second. Who wants it? Who hasn't had one second
You can have
today?
it.
All right. She who hasn't had a second tonight gets that one. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion?
the residual.
Stay on.
Aye.
Any nays? Any abstentions? So we do have one added thing under vendors. And that will be in red because Ray will give it to us. All right. That's okay. I don't have anything for a kayak rack discussion, so we can move off of that. Strategic plan of parks discussion. Do we have anything new?
The only thing that's new is Town Park. We had a letter sent to us regarding an archaeological study that has to be done at Town Park prior to we starting any work up there. So that was something new. We didn't.
Who is that?
So our official name is Clark Community Park?
Huh?
Is instead of Town Park?
What was called Clark Community Park?
Okay. I'm confused because you said Town Park and are we actually talking about Clark Community Park?
Clark Community Park.
Okay, thank you.
Have to have a archaeological study done. So.
Who requested that? Is it like a,
It's
is it a state thing
Yeah.
or part of?
Yes.
It's a new, right?
the Office of, let's get the exact document, HS, I'm sorry, SH.
Why is there a car
Something
driving?
else.
Cars just driving.
But if we were to request any federal money for our project there, we'd have to have an archaeological study done anyway. So it's,
So that's because we have ARPA money?
no,
Nothing
No.
to do with ARPA.
nothing to do with ARPA. It's simply the fact that our property sits in an area that has been known for archaeological finds. So we want to do digs.
Like dinosaurs.
I don't know. I'm not positive.
I'm sure it's Indian stuff.
Arrowheads.
there.
They will be doing some test holes, not in the field area. But
Yeah, so just drove over and parked.
we've been parking back there with the snow because we've lost a lot of spots. So they'll be doing some test holes up there.
It was weird to see a car go by.
Yeah, I think you know how long it takes for them to do that, or what?
Don't, we
they
just, it
tell you?
literally just came through last
Do
week.
they notify you that they're doing it, when they're doing it?
Yep.
Where's that money coming out?
It's a strategic plan.
So, a question about the money in the strategic plan, so. For our budget for Clark Community Park.
Mhm.
What else do we need to meet that goal? I don't know what we have in there,
There's like 800,000.
and what is the cost for?
Oh, God,
No, the total for our strategic plan for Clark Community Park,
we don't know yet. It's still being developed.
we don't have an idea of what.
We do, in this original strategic plan they gave us
Oh,
the
they gave us a number.
general number.
But that was
years
just, yeah,
ago,
yeah, that was something
But it was
that.
what, like 3 million?
3.2,
It was three, yeah, so that was what they gave us when we hired that consulting firm.
But we're still in the design phases. He's still getting all the, everything he has to do for it, right? So we won't even have a cost estimate until it's finished with them. We don't know. Right now, we're just paying all his time.
And an archaeological bill.
It's not that expensive, it's like less than that, so.
I wanted to be archaeological.
How can we pay
Dig some holes,
How many?
Well,
dig a lot of holes.
part of this is paid by the state because it's demanded by the state. So
Well, it's all on us.
it's all on us.
Because we wanna do a project.
Because we were changing. Maybe we'll find something, and then do we get it?
Can we keep it?
That becomes our,
I hope you find
our
nothing.
payment.
Sorry, you wanna hope to find nothing.
Nothing.
I hope to find that,
Find
right?
something, it's not really.
You find some stuff, then things are not gonna go very smooth.
Okay.
All right.
Nothing, the universe, nothing.
Nothing to see here.
I see you.
Okay, along to preserve update.
So like I mentioned before, I'll be meeting with the state, Friday. Regarding our trails plan, the forest management plan has been signed, now we're on the recreational use, plan, and, we'll start our first meeting off on Friday regarding how we get these trails going. So, it's gonna be a process, it's gonna be hopefully a quick moving process with some public input, your input, obviously, the ad hoc committee's input, so on and so forth. There's a lot of layers to it, but, I will certainly be keeping you guys apprised of what's going on every month.
On the ad hoc?
Keith Coughlin is the rep from the ad hoc that's gonna be on the Trails Committee, so. It's myself, Keith, Kim Bradley from the state of Connecticut, Martin, Thomas Soto from the state of Connecticut, he's the recreation guy, and then Alex Amendola, who's the forest guy, from the state of Connecticut, so it's 5 of us. Just, we have to consider lots of things in the trail plan, the Bill Moorhead study, the archaeological study they did in the preserve way back in the time, the forest management plan, the GEI study that was done back in 2022. Just recommendations from all these different things. Dr. Clemens's vernal pool study.
Yeah.
The setbacks of all the vernal pools, which is 100 feet on some of the more productive ones and 200 on the most productive ones.
There's a lot on.
The core protected area that we now have, that's only 50% of this area. So there's a lot to consider and how these trails will intertwine with our trails and how they will go out there. Now, what's the trail density we want? What's the guideline for the trail density? We have 1,000 acres. What's the preferred density of trails for that 1,000 acres? So, what are the uses of the trails? You know, who can use it? What can be used on it? Are we going by any specific vistas? Are we looking for a champion tree? Are we looking for historical sites or, you know, so.
So it's a long process.
It'll be quite the process.
Yeah.
We're not positive at this point in time if the recreational use plan will be written by an outside company or strictly from Kim Bradley, who's written it before with the state. for our particular reserve, so. We'll find that out as we get along, so.
Yeah, so it's very layered, very layered. Any other business for old business? No? Chairman's report, I don't have much to report on. Director's report.
No, but don't leave directly after this meeting.
I do have a liaison here. Is there a liaison report, Mr. Rossi? We have no report from Mr. Rossi.
Question.
All right, open discussion. Someone have any thoughts? If they'd like to discuss with the commission.
Getting a ton of applications for summer employment.
You've been rolling in. I got a lot of people coming back. Yeah,
I know you thought you were gonna have.
That's awesome.
well, from obviously most of our parking hits are coming back,
Right.
the adults, so.
Yeah.
We don't have anywhere else to go. Mini golf, we're probably 50%.
Because you don't have to really advertise. You're just like, it's word of mouth and kids that,
Some of the lifeguards will be back. Yeah,
so you think we'll be good with lifeguards, because I know it's always the,
it'll be close as usual,
yeah,
but
because some of them are probably aging out.
actually, most of those I thought would be aging out or
Oh,
back, so. It just tells you the job market, I think.
Yeah.
You know, then we have the kids that say, hey, I'd like to come back, but I'm looking for a permanent job.
Oh, I know one.
You know what? And well, I still have a job if I, for part of the summer.
Yeah.
Of course you will.
Yeah.
Those are,
Yeah.
still fun. We were all there at one point in time.
How people like to work for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just an FYI for the commission here, there is a proposed, thing on Bolton Road where they'll be taking down, several acres of trees for, the, what do you call it, solar panels.
Solar array.
Doing
So
a
you
solar
might be
farm.
aware of that.
Solar, like a personal, like individual.
It's a
or is it gonna
corporation
benefit-
that's offering to do solar, farm.
Town property or.
No.
No,
But will
not
it
this
benefit
time, but
residents
some,
or?
but not on it.
Those personal
private.
resident.
Private entities doing it.
It's a private business. There's some concern with people, especially Save Our Shade, people and some of the neighbors in around that to take down all the trees and just to have a solar field.
How large is the solar?
Several acres.
6.8.
6.8.
Wow.
So that's.
And it got town land, is it in it, about
Sorry,
town land?
Yeah, it's it's a fair amount of town.
How far up both is it from like the?
It's right across the street from, you know where the location is.
Yeah. Oh, up there. Okay.
Right, this
It's
guy-
right near the substation, and it's just.
So that was just an FYI for me. Anything else from our members, commissioners?
I have a question, and I'm not sure, can we do it? I think what is missing in the town is the welcome package for people that they moving in. Can we put something together?
Like welcome wagon?
No,
Wagon,
Well,
We can add our
Can-
brochures
can
to
we
the,
put some-
what do they call it, the realtors package that they give to new people who have bought.
can we do
property.
something like that?
We can.
I mean, I personally, Barbara, I don't want to be in charge of that.
No, 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 I don't want you for this. No, that was just a question.
Oh, I mean, realtors come with, for example, J and M Realty already comes in and grabs stuff.
Okay,
from
so
us.
we can just grab it and we
Yeah.
can do it.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, yeah. I think
Yeah.
that, yeah,
Oh, okay,
I don't wanna
no,
do that.
that's why I'm not.
Yeah.
already the welcoming
Good.
back on anybody, so.
No,
That's fine.
No, but that is something that in the past we have always given copies of our brochures to them so that they can keep. reading
Yeah,
them.
they've always come.
Especially leading up to summer,
Okay.
like the beach pass rules and all that.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
They come in and grab.
okay, no, I will set that.
Eric, anything else
The beach pass thing is live, right? It's on email.
Oh.
going on now?
These fastest, we've already sold almost 500.
Yeah,
Nice.
they are.
Summer.
Yeah.
We are ready. Once that
Already.
snow went on the ground, they were selling like hotcakes.
Don't come with me.
Hi, no.
All right, I can entertain a motion. Entertain a motion to adjourn.
Okay.
Second,
Don't go anywhere.
I'll second my own, but her.
I second it and I say aye.
Aye, aye.
Aye, aye, aye.